I beat her. Yo, 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 yo. Yo. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Quick little stream. Like I said, I'm back, man. Talk to you about a few things. We're gonna talk about a few things here today, baby. We're gonna talk about a few things today, baby. Have a little fun, a little bit. You know what I mean? You know. Like I said, I usually go a little lively. I'm gonna be on Twitch today too. I got me a monitor. So 1 second, here we go. Right, click paste. I'm about to be able to see you guys right now. Save your own page. All right. Let me tweak this out. As you guys come in, you know the routine. Like I said, hit the like button. Let me go back. Hold on. Tweak this out. As you guys come in, like I said, hit the like button. You'd be so kind. Yeah, I'm back. Listen, man, your boy was a little ill, man, so I haven't been putting out as much content like I normally do, man, but I'm back at it now. I always say that I'm back at it, but knock on wood. You know what I mean? I'm back at it. There we go. Let me mute me in my back. Guys, hit the like button. Lucas Gossi, shout out to you for the $1. I appreciate it, good brother. Like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat this far, man. Trickstar. Chili Dog, hold on. Let me put this on in a couple of Facebook groups. Let me put this in a couple of groups right quick. Yeah, we're gonna have a quick little talk, man. Oh, all right, here we go. Join me live. Join me live. Yakuza, hit it. 2 box. Horizon 0 Dawn 2. Going head to head with the next gen Xbox and more. That'll work. That's the title and a half, ain't it? Hold on, somebody calling me. What's this, man? Yo. I've been getting some of the craziest calls, man. I went from Sprint to T-Mobile, right? No, I'm sorry, I went to T-Mobile. I'm sorry, I was with Sprint. Then went to T-Mobile, right? And it was cheaper. Let me turn this shit down. It was cheaper, you know what I mean? So, like, I was paying for like a couple lines. You know, I get the same thing on T-Mobile for like, you know, $300, paying like almost $600 for a couple lines. But I will say this, like I said, like about T-Mobile, they I can be on the internet and the phone at the same time, so I couldn't do on Sprint. But if you wanted to send me a picture mail, I had to hang the phone up or something like that, you know what I mean? Or look at a YouTube video, commit at the phone at the same time. I can do that on T-Mobile. But Sprint does have better service where I'm from, you know what I mean? But I get all these random texts from Lyft and Uber. I can make $1,000 a week, you know. And I ain't never really catch no Uber or Lyft on that shit before, so I don't know how they got my number. I get all these random texts and phone calls. You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell. But like I said, give me some shout out everybody out in the chat. We're gonna talk about the Yakuza series, possibly heading to the Xbox. He also talked about the Nintendo version, Nintendo Switch, or maybe possibly a port. We're gonna talk about that, man. Talk about The Last of Us 2. She will be getting a partner, like, you know, a sidekick, like in God of the War. See, they try to outdo Sony Santa. What's this competition? Talk about competition. You know what I mean? I remember people were ragging on Kratos for having his son and calling him the God of War. Cause what's my man Loki? If you don't know, I mean Loki was a badass man. You know what I mean? He wasn't no joke. I remember Kmega was complaining about having a son, and nah, that shit was still brutal. It wasn't toned down enough. It was just as violent, if not more violent than any other God of Wars. You know what I mean? The only thing, like I said, I will say about this God of War though, it wasn't as many boss battles. You know what I mean? But that I ain't gonna lie though. That first about fighting the stranger, ooh, that first one, it come up with a bang. That was, listen again. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna say my top games of 2018, or maybe just generation. You know what I mean? Generation just about over. You know what I mean? I played a few gems. You know what I mean? God of War was a great game, all around. You know what I mean? You know, I know some people don't like God of War, Dad of War. I don't see how, but you know what I mean? It's a great game. Timothy Hanks. You know what I mean? Hold up. Put this in my Discord. We put this on Twitter. If you guys come and hit the like button for me, please. You know what I mean? They be trying to put your boy in YouTube purgatory, man. Don't rock out with me, man. All right, let me put this on Twitter. All right, hold on. Let me see something right quick. Put this on Twitter. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna start the show. I'll be back on Twitch tonight, man. I got me a monitor, so I ain't gonna be. That's why I haven't been streaming. That's why I haven't been live streaming on Twitch, man. Because for those of you that don't know my setup, like you can't see, but I got the green screen. For you guys remember my older videos, you know, I had, you know, my older videos, but you know, I have the KS9000 behind me, and that's what I'm using. I have the game, believe it or not, plugged into that, and I'm actually watching the game or playing the game through OBS on my OLED. So you already got the latency, you know what I mean, and then playing this shit through OBS, like some games I just couldn't do. What I wanted to play, like the input lag was crazy. You take a game like Bloodborne, it's already difficult, and I'm like 5 seconds behind, like I couldn't do it, man. So like I said, I bought me a monitor, you know what I mean, a little small one, just put on my desk, you know what I mean, so I can see the chat. OBS will be running through this, you know what I mean. It actually just came, man, you know what I mean. So I'll put that somewhere. So OBS will be running through that. I'll be looking at the actual game. I'll be playing through my TV, you know what I mean, and it's a lot easier for your boy. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to start right now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so let's try to get Puerto Rock to happen with me right quick. You can hop in with me for a little while. We can talk, shoot some shit. Yeah. You want to hop on? Alright. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Last, let me send Puerto Rock the link. Google. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now we start the show. All right. All right. Bam. All right. All right. So anyway, all right, I'm good. Let's go. Now, all right, now we turn this music off in the back. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Turn this shit off in the back. There we go. Bam. All right, here we go. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen? What's good? What's good? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Shout out to all you guys, man. Put this on Twitter. All right, here we go. Now, before I get started, like I said, I'm gonna talk about a few things. I don't know where this conversation to go. I'm in my bag. Shout out to my brother Lucas Godsey for the $1. I appreciate it. My man said Trickster. He down here representing the Strudel gang. I'm learning about that, man. Chili Hog Scooter. We got here Lex Prez. He ain't got no job. He always here. D.I. Almighty. Boss One. Ken Freeman. Shout out to you. Overdone. What's going on? Shout out to Overdone from the Discord. He actually gave me the article. I'm gonna talk about one of the articles. Who the dog? What's going on? Kobe T. What's up, Kobe? Dark Link. Anybody else in it I missed? Shot this type said I can say what's up. You like I said before I get started, just thank you as you come in. Like I said, hit the like button, tweet it out on Twitter. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, man. So anyway, there's a few articles that I want to talk about today. I'm gonna probably have a few people just drop by randomly. We didn't see the multiplayer podcast. Pretty dope. Kid Smooth was there. He took his beating like a man. You know what I mean? And Randall Thor hopped on too. He tried his best to damage control, but we had a great conversation after the show. We don't always do the hot mics. I just put it out there. We got to talking about, of course, next generation. Again, they seem so soon. Like, damn, I just got the X, I just got the Pro. We're talking about that. And Randall Thor brought up a very, very interesting point. There's no secret that the Guerrilla Games are already working on the successor to Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I mean? I think the first one took about 6 years, or whatever the case may be. But again, the assets are already in place. They don't have to start from scratch. They can just build on top of whatever they have and just improve it. You know what I mean? That's why sequels don't really take that long. You know what I mean? Unless they're starting from scratch with a brand new engine and stuff. So they already have the assets in place. So like 2.5 years, 3 years, they can have a sequel out. You know what I mean? Now I asked Randall Thor. I said to him, when do you think the next generation will be starting? It's not an opinion. He said somebody's releasing next year. Well, he said he believe it's Sony. And when Microsoft releases the this is what we said. And when Microsoft releases the Xbox 2, or what do you want to call it? I don't know. That's crazy. Microsoft just should have named the Xbox 720 and just kept adding numbers on top of it. I don't know. But whatever the next Xbox will be called, that Sony's gonna be right there with Horizon Zero Dawn 2. You know what I mean? They said most likely Microsoft's gonna be there with Forza 8. You know what I mean? He said the Halo. Now, even like I said, that Halo game is an engine to take demo. He said rumor has it that the next Halo will be ready to go by 2020. Now, I'm not a huge Halo guy. I can care less. But that will be ingenious for Sony to have something. One of their, even if it's God of War, I don't know if you go back to 2 or what the next God of War would be called. You know what I mean? Because they went away from numbers. That last one called God of War 4 was just God of War. You know what I mean? And even with that, Corey Barlogs, and they're already working on the next one with that. They're not even doing any DLC, and they already have the assets in place. So it won't be that tedious of a task. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me go see what he's talking about. Yeah, Puerto Rock hopping in. So, you know what I mean? It won't be that tedious of a task. You know what I mean? For them to, have it. Oh, let me see my bro. Yo, you want to? Oh, I got people. Everybody said they want to join. Jesus, I feel special. Hit the wrong guy. I'm sorry. Here I come. I'm sorry. Multitasking. Everybody asking me to come on the show. Sorry. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, it won't be that tedious a task. They already have everything in place. So they ain't gonna start from scratch, right? Kudos, and again, like I said in the conversation that we had yesterday, and I raised some concerns about you guys, how I feel about the Xbox division, what has been going on, for the last 2 years, and it always comes back to the same thing. They didn't have any money. Nadala didn't believe in the product. You had Terry Myerson, which has now been fired, and Phil had to show them that the Xbox is valuable, it can make money, whatever the case may be. But here's where, again, and not questioning Rand's integrity, even those people that say that they didn't have any money, right, to give us these games or to do these marketing deals with these Steam consoles. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, one of the reasons, again, that Sony kicked Microsoft ass this generation, you can say what you want. The same thing Microsoft got teased about last generation for Money Hatton, getting all the third-party support and the time DLC and all that stuff. Sony, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel. Microsoft totally went away with that. And the few marketing deals that they had, there was no exclusive content on the box. We really didn't get any of that this generation as far as on the Xbox side of things. Now, again, they said there was no money. And sometimes, I'm what you call like passive aggressive. I let people come out and say things. Like, why you let them get away with that? Nah, because I always tell people, like, listen, everything you say can and will be used against you in a later show. You know how I do, right? Go fuck nigga, right? Pretty soon you got, when I don't say that, when I go quiet and just let them say a whole bunch of crazy shit, like my man, shout out to my dude too, Xbox talking about the Kraken was lacking and it didn't have no body and all that slick shit. I let them say those things, right? That's not let them talk over me because I sit back. But even with that, when they didn't have any money, but how many controllers did we get? You know what I mean? I got a few. How many controllers did we get? Elite controllers. We got a goddamn handicap. So many controllers. I stopped buying them shits. We got so many controllers. You know what I mean? So many accessories. Again, no theme consoles, no marketing deals, no games for 2.5 years. But we got, again, hella controllers. But no games. So again, that's why I don't buy. They didn't have any money. 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 Bullshit. They had money to, you know what I mean? Titanfall controllers, Halo controllers, Gears controllers, Forza controllers, Forza Horizon, all that other shit, but no goddamn games. You know what I mean? So, we talking about Microsoft again. We talking about $1 billion, getting $1 trillion goddamn company, right? What the fuck is this? What's all hopping into? Damn, everybody hopping in. Jesus. Everybody hopping in. All right. Shit, we gonna turn this motherfucker into a real show then. Jesus. I'm a one-man band, man. Oh, so, okay. Anyway, so that's why, I say that, you know what I mean? It's crazy to me when they say those things that they didn't have any money, but we got so many controllers. Shit that really didn't care, you know what I mean? We even got a dog shit, goddamn. Again, I asked the question again. This is what I should have asked Rand yesterday. Who the hell is that show for inside Xbox? Like, who's that for? Like, that shit is horrible. It's wretched, right? Next generation. Again, I asked him about, this Microsoft has what Phil said this thing, but no gamer left behind. And a generation not ending. I'm not really a fan of that. You know what I mean? Because I said, a mass, again, I'm just going by what was told to me. I'm not a developer. I'm not, and not to get too tech. I don't really like the tech talk, right? But from a very valuable source. Most likely, if also what was said to me, the same guy that told me about the Scorpio and the when it comes to power, this is before the X and stuff was even announced, Microsoft won't be outgunned again, you know what I mean? And Phil said even there on E3, like he likes saying he had the more most powerful console, right? Cool. But it comes down to talent, and it's very important. While Sony's developing games that are going to take advantage of the PlayStation 5 hardware from the ground up, Microsoft in their game, I don't think it's going to be scaled back with different APIs that they use or whatever. But look at Sea of Thieves on the S and look at Sea of Thieves on the X. It's not really night and day. One looks a little better, but it's not night and day. You know what I mean? Look at, again, Last of Us 2. Look at Ghost of Tsushima. It looked like Sony moved the generation without telling anybody. They went to 9th generation and didn't see anything. This is PlayStation 5. That was the top. Gears of War 5 looked great. Amazing. Forza 4 looked amazing. You know what I mean? But no one thought next generation when they saw those titles. You understand what I'm saying? They actually were there. When I was doing several shows, several podcasts, people were saying there's no way that's got to be a PlayStation 5. That's a cross-gen game, this, that, and the other. And then came out from Digital Foundry, and Sony also confirmed that that was running on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now you have one console again. You have the X, substantially more powerful than the Pro, hands down, right? I always, like I said, was told to me you had specs on paper and called real world performance. And I love the X. I think the X is an amazing system. I don't think like I'm always just shitting on the X because I do love the X. I like the Xbox. It is what it is. But when it comes, like I said, down to games overall, Sony just does a better job at it and have done a better job at it. You know, and I always come back to this question: how did we get here? Right? You had you could say mildly successful first launch of the original Xboxes, outsold the GameCube. You built up a cult following. You took the momentum that you had from this is what I consider a success. I understand that the PlayStation 2 wiped the ass with this competition, and one of the main reasons that it sold, I've also said this numerous times, that's because it was the cheapest DVD player on the market. You know, I didn't start buying DVDs until I got my PlayStation 2 in 2000. I would buy VHSs, you know what I mean? I didn't start buying DVDs until I got my PlayStation 2. You know what I mean? Never thought about buying a DVD in my life until I got a PlayStation 2. And the same reason why the early adapters bought the PS3, it was for the Blu-ray player. It's fact. This is not it is what it is. You know what I mean? The cheapest Blu-ray player that you can buy on the market. That's why I wasn't selling as much software as the 360. You know what I mean? Which is cool, right? So, again, but Microsoft took the momentum that they had from the original Xbox, moved it forward with the 360, and all the strive. Who's Mike just joining? Who knows this? P-Rock, what's up, P-Rock? What's going on, bro?
What's up? You live? We live?
Yeah, we live already, baby. You got an echo like in the craze.
Yeah, what the hell's going on? Hold on.
All right, you
That's me then. Let me back out and come back.
No, you're good now. You're good. Just mute me if you talk. Mute me in the back.
Okay, no, I have my headphone on, so.
Oh, okay, all right.
I can't hear it. Is the echo's gone?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that.
Okay.
Hi, how you sounding in the check? Everything sound all right? Let me turn the desktop. I'm turning it down on my end. Desktop audio. Let me turn this down.
Do you hear me in the back?
Here we go. Let me see.
Grand opening.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen, man. Yo, you keep me some shit, man. Me arguing. You don't only talk to Bonnie. I gotta be arguing with them jokers, man. Leave me alone, man. Don't start that shit, man. Let me be great. Hey, yo, you know it's easy to put that battery in my back. Then Kmega that jumped out the window. Leave that nigga alone, bro. Hey, bro. Hey, hold up, man. Shoulder went left. Shoulder went left.
Yo,
shoulder went left.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
you
yo.
don't speak for me. I'm like, I ain't talking about you.
Hey, wait, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. See, listen. You see this shit here? I am so easily influenced, man. It ain't even the Adderall that just kicked in right now, right? I swear I be trying to keep my nose clean, right? I'm trying to keep my nose clean, right? And you know me, it ain't but so much I can take. But you, listen, it's important that I say this, that I don't have a problem with Kmega. I ain't got a problem with no goddamn body, but you understand what I was saying, right?
Yo, I said from the start, listen, and this is why I put it, because I saw the thread start, and I'm thinking, this is gonna be, I just had my popcorn ready and looking at the tweet between you and Blackburn, I'm thinking, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But then he mentioned me on Puckapeel. I'm like, all right, fuck, he put my name into this.
Yeah.
So I said, this is just basically it. Kmega was on Weapon Wheel podcast, like how long ago? Like 4 months ago? It was a while ago, right? You didn't say anything. Hell, I was on Weapon Wheel. You didn't say anything because you don't care. No. It wasn't that he was on Weapon Wheel. You was just making a point that if Kmega had an issue with being on a podcast and didn't want to do it because they make fun of friends or whatever, all you were saying is, then how come you didn't have that mentality when you went on the Weapon Wheel podcast, knowing what they said about me? If that's your mentality, then stick with that mentality through. Don't pick and choose when you have it. Now, for Kmega's thing, I'm not saying you right. I was just saying that's how you viewed it. And that's the reason why you brought it up. That's all I was saying. It wasn't simply, oh shit, Kmega's on Weapon Wheel, fuck him. No, that's not it. You had a point of view and you showed it. That's what I was saying.
But he's been on there before several times. I know.
Grand opening, green.
He said, Puerto Rock, listen, you punk motherfucker. Don't ever speak for me. I said,
I wasn't speaking for you.
Oh, man.
In fact, I wasn't speaking. I didn't say what you thought at all. All I'm saying is, this is simply the point Z was making.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with him being actually on the show. Because again, D was on the show.
Yeah.
Kmega was on the show. I was on the show 2-3 times.
Yeah, I've never
Not
said.
once. Not even in the DM did you say, yo, Puerto Rock, why are you doing the show for?
Yeah.
Not even in private conversation. You never said anything.
No.
And we started our own show every Sunday now.
Yeah.
So it's not about who the fuck is on what show. It's if the plain, long story short, if you didn't want to do multiplayer podcast, just say you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah. That's all. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And I'm glad. See, I'm not so bad. You know what I mean? You understood what I was saying and what the
That's it.
Man. Yeah. Listen, man. But they won't let me be great, man. Yo, he said, "Hold up, Paul Rock. Don't ever talk for me, you punk motherfucker."
Don't you ever talk. Next time. What the fuck? How about next time get your ass to college and fucking read? What the fuck I said?
I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, Paul Rock, please, not today,
At
man.
no point did I say anything about how you felt. I'm not even co-signing the argument.
Yeah.
Like, what is we fucking talking about here?
Yeah. Wow, Z, some old crap coming out your mouth. Some actually like those trash games on the X, like Cuphead, Forza 7, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay. But we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Hold on. I saw a multiplayer podcast. You a piece of shit, Z.
But
Let me tell you something.
What I do now?
Unless I'm on the podcast to defend myself, don't you say shit.
I'm talking about Rand. I'm talking about Rand. Slapped you in the head with the brick.
But when I thought got me on Twitter, I'd be like, yo, bro, you got this. Hats off.
Yeah.
I pulled the Homer Simpson. I went back in the bush. Like,
you pulled the Kratos. That's all that was.
I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker.
Hey, yo,
Rand came in. He came in with he came in with that kryptonite. I was like, oh.
Hey,
shit.
yo, Rand hit you like Ricky got hit in the back with the shotgun on Boys in the Hood, man.
Like, let me step back slowly. Have a nice day, Rand.
Yes, man.
Like,
when you say Mr. MPD, I heard you. I thought you hate spewed facts or something.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, woo, good shit. Tips off hat. Like stage left.
Yeah, you pulled the Kratos. That's all that was. You just backed up.
I was like, he was like, he made me shut up this time.
I told you to be back.
I'm gonna keep talking again. I'm gonna talk again.
I told him you're gonna be back, man. You gotta watch anything you put out there from now.
Yo, Maston. Why you keep with D, all right? Yo,
look, man.
How come you're exposing them for the non-PC gaming ass?
Look, man. I was like,
I'm gonna be real. D is the only PC gamer in the entire world that makes his console look better than his PC. Yo, this is the only dude that has trouble downloading drivers. I'm like, yo, I got a piece of shit Dell laptop. It's like $290. And all that drivers and all that shit, it does it itself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck issues is D going with his PC? Because he's bringing up shit I never heard of.
Hey, yo, fuck nigga. He
said you have to deinstall the driver and reinstall it.
He said he wanted clean install, fuck nigga.
Like, yo, I want a clean install. If you know anything, I'm like, man, isn't this the motherfucker that said TVs make games look like 60 frames? Like, what the fuck is we doing here?
Hey, none of you niggas can afford the Q9.
Yo, D is the worst PC elitist I ever saw in my life, bro. He's like a self-hating black man. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, man, leave my man D alone, man.
Yo, he's like, you have all these problems with PC. I'm like, yo, this is the only dude that has mad issues with PC, bro.
Man, hey, listen.
Like, everybody else in the world, like, yo, Master was like, 90% of the people in the world, they don't do shit with their PC. They just have it connected to the internet, and it does everything itself. Yeah. This is the only dude that has to do everything every time he boots up his PC. I'm like, oh, shit.
Bullshit, bro.
Like, yo, Steam does everything for you. Yeah. Like, literally everything. Every patch, and then the hardware, they download their own patches. You could set it up to where it installs it, everything. Like, yo. And then he comes out, and DR made a perfect point. So you're saying consoles don't update patches? Like, because that shit updates too.
Oh yeah, hey yo, I ain't gonna lie. That was, listen, like I said, Puerto Rock. That was a decent show. He had a little bit of everything, and he had some informative news. Like I said, it really took off when we went off the air, and motherfuckers, like
I always miss the good shit.
I know.
Every time I go on, I have to deal with Baron's bullshit.
This is asinine. Asinine.
This is asinine. I'm like,
Yeah.
what games you been playing, Puerto Rock? Bitch, what games have you been playing?
Yeah,
you keep asking me that question every fucking week.
Yeah, this is asinine. I think Baron won his match or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when I put out the promoting tweet for multiplayer, I said exactly what was gonna happen. Baron was gonna come in and say something Nintendo, something
what is it?
PlayStation drones, something
or some shit. SKL.
Right.
Take that L. Now, yo, this motherfucker, yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. I gotta like mute Baron because yo, the more he talked about Switches, the less I wanted. Yo, this dude bragging about a 3DS port. Yeah. Captain Toad, I'm like, wait a minute, is it Captain Toad a 3DS game? And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh man, this motherfucker's hyping a Captain Toad exclusive, which was a 3DS game. I'm like, I can't do this.
Hey yo, but
yo, on the real, I'm about to say, fuck this Switch. I ain't buying it.
Hey yo,
ever.
Nintendo ain't. I know these stocks and stuff were dropping.
Yeah, that's gonna happen though, because this is what happens with Nintendo. Like, even they stock profile goes like up and down. When they release something, it always pops up real fast, and then it trails off and then drops off the fucking planet for like 3 months, and then spikes back up when they release something.
They
like the other game, Octopath, I think is cool. But when I saw Captain Toad, I'm like, they made a new Captain Toad game. Then I looked at it also on 3DS. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. They would remix the hell out their library.
Yo, they're remixing everything, bro. Like literally anything. Yo, oh shit. My motherfucker said also The World Ends With You remake. I'm like, yo, that shit's a DS game. I'm like, what the fuck is we doing here?
Listen, they motherfucking Sony. I mean, Nintendo out there robbing the bank right now, man. That motherfucker, man, you know. I told you, how I told you I felt about the Switch, man. You know, regardless of the games they made, like you talking about again, 2018 getting games in 360p. You know what I mean? Especially when all the resolution talk was at the beginning of the generation. You know what I mean? I just think I always thought they let Nintendo get away with murder. But again, but like I said, well, I actually ask you guys, are you guys fans of the Yakuza series? By any chance? No.
I played it on PS2. It's pretty good, yo. If you like Shenmue,
yes, yeah.
That's a spiritual success. That's literally. That's why a lot of people are like, oh man, I miss Shenmue. I'm like, then play Yakuza. That's literally Shenmue.
Yeah, it's the evolution.
Yeah, it's definitely just like you'll love the game.
Yeah, we got the.
I think all the people that's like real hype about Shenmue 3 is gonna be mad and just go play Yakuza.
No, be honest, yo. When I heard Shenmue 1 and 2 was coming back to Xbox and PlayStation, at first glance, I was excited until I realized it was a direct port. It's not a remake.
Not even a remake.
Like you can't. They didn't do anything. Like you're not gonna like the game.
You know what's crazy? Again, you take a game like Shenmue back in I think Shenmue released on the Sega Saturn first, didn't it?
Yeah, it was Dreamcast.
It was okay, which I had both of them, and then I got it for the original Xbox. That game was ahead of its time. Actually, that game was like $50 million, and then it bring Sega back then, and it didn't sell well. But it was ahead. Way ahead.
That game is the blueprint for literally every open world RPG that exists, right? Like Grand Theft Auto.
That was
all these motherfuckers took off.
Yeah, you realize Grand Theft Auto 3. You know what I mean? If you ever played, a lot of people didn't play the Shenmue series. You know what I mean? It's something that didn't really sell well, but has a cult following for something new. Like I said, the game, it sucks that it didn't do as well. Even on the original, when they re-released it, you know what I mean? But again, I got Yakuza 0, I got Yakuza 6. And I'm like, man, this is like Shenmue. You know, the fight, you know, the stage,
crazy.
you know what I mean? Like, this is like Shenmue. But one thing, like I said, I think that
everywhere I go,
people ask me, about Shenmue 3. Like, who the fuck is he, right? You have to be cutting up, right?
Everywhere I go,
you
like, where you going?
Yeah, right. Like, who the fuck is that drunk ass motherfucker on stage? I wish they really would have gave it a full iteration, like gave it a AAA budget. You know what I mean? Yeah. But again, the first two never made any money. But the Yakuza series 6 did really well. This is my opinion. Maybe you guys may feel different, but you take a game like Yakuza 6. I went straight to 6. I didn't play that guy 0. I didn't even play 0. But 6 sold the best in the series thus far, right? And my complaint or gripe about the game is that there's a lot of talk, a lot of cutscenes, right? But they should at least put them in English. You know what I mean? Because y'all gotta sit there and you gotta read it. You know what I mean? At least gave us some. It does have English subtitles, but the motherfucker straight in. Chua. They should have gave it an English, patch. You know what I mean? That's a straight whatever Japanese, and you got to read everything. Sometimes it should be hauling ass, but you really got to pay attention. That's how you playing the game. You can look into the drink. If you want to be, you really got to sit there and read everything line for line. I just wish they put more money into it and gave it, you know what I mean, for whatever, just say North America, the Europe, or whatever. I think it'd
be voiceovers.
Yeah, you know what I mean, voice, you know what I mean. That's the only thing. That's my only gripe about the game thus far. You know what I mean. But again, if you're into those type of games, starts off slow. You know what I mean? As the Yakuza tells the story, what's going on, the guys in the mafia walking around. I like the fight scenes. Fight scenes is awesome. Very brutal. Slamming jokers' heads and all that stuff. But when you get to read, I'm like, oh my god damn. You know what I mean? But anyway, I gotta read all this shit here, you know what I mean? But they asked the producer about bringing it to the Xbox One. It just came to PC, didn't it, Maz?
Yeah.
Is that already on PC?
Yeah. No, it come out the 20th, I think.
Okay, it says Yakuza series producer on Switch and Xbox One. Yakuza 0 to in binary domain. Microsoft did go to Sega. A few months ago, Phil went to Sega. Now, you know me, I had jokes that he got the assets from Virtual Cop or some shit for that Halo goddamn game. So
they went after House of Dead.
Yeah, House of Dead or some shit, you know what I mean? So maybe this will be coming to the Xbox platform. You know how Xbox guys is, they don't like those dead Jap crap, but everybody's eating up, what you call that guy, Nier Automata? They love it. Yeah, they love it now.
They loving that game, bro.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, again, like you said, more people get to play it. Again, it's a cool series, you know what I mean? Hope they do. I doubt if they give it in English, but...
Subtitles?
Well, it has English.
You mean cast?
Yeah.
Speaking.
I ain't gonna lie, because if it comes to the Xbox and it has English, voice acting, I'll buy it on the Xbox. I already have it for the Pro.
Well, they'll probably if they did that, then they'll probably just do it, as a patch on every other platform. Then
so it'll be that
like
After Effect talking where it's like moving their lips and
I don't mind. I don't mind that.
It'll be like a kung fu flick.
Right, exactly.
Shit, man, I gotta sit and read every line on the screen. But they asked him about the Switch version, and he basically was like,
"He'll probably charge you as DLC, $3.99 English voice pack."
Listen, I listen to some real shit.
People will pay it though.
I would. You know what I mean?
They'll complain. Oh, this is so anti-consumer. And while they're saying it, they're typing in their credit card.
It's fucking Z's fault. Z is the one who puts all this fuckery to the forefront, and then
I know, right? It should always
like they shouldn't do it.
Yeah. But I would though. You know what I mean? This ain't got to sit and read the screen. But like I said, he asked him about his Switch version. And he was like, it wasn't even so much the hardware, because again, that's what I don't understand about Nintendo guys. They cry for these games, and when they come out, they don't buy them. Like Yakuza 1 and 2 HD reportedly sells less than 2,000 copies in its debut week, and that was on the Wii U back in 2013. It sold less than 2,000 copies. You know what I mean? So he basically know that maybe this is not a game for the Switch. You know what I mean? Like even they just canceled, what is it? WWE 2K19. And
I heard FIFA too, right? FIFA.
Okay. Hey, listen, check it out now, right? Now this is what I hate to be the joker I told you so, right? We said the Switch runs this Frostbit.
I told you Frostbit get.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Here's the issue. Well, like I said, the Switch will always run into issues with. Their exclusives are always going to sell well, right? But I said developers they go out of their way, to shoehorn games or make special engines for the thing, it's a fucking recipe for disaster. Yeah. You know what I mean? Again, they didn't get Madden. It's like they ran the PS3 version of FIFA on the Switch. Now they're not getting again. I don't know the sale numbers for WWE or whatever the case may be. That's not. I don't even know they're getting NBA 2K19 either. But I know they're not getting wrestling, and that's always going to be the issue because again, you got some of the biggest games coming out this holiday season. Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I mean? What else coming out? Destiny, Duty. You know what I mean? And again, none of those will be on that platform unless they again go out of their way to make a
mobile version,
or engine to run it. That's always remember, right? That was always my thing. Like, that's not gonna. To me, that's a recipe of disaster. You put out because technically, to be honest with you, the Switch is a 9th generation console.
Yeah.
And they always talk to you. Oh, I was reading an article from the new.
Now we don't know because didn't they say the most powerful handheld?
No, but again,
remember the world's most powerful console.
Oh yeah, that was me, my fuck.
Combined with the world's most powerful handheld.
That was me, my Birdman.
Birdman.
I'm just saying because you got the new boss from what do you call it? You got the new boss from.
God, I wish I was on that podcast when you said that.
From Nintendo.
No, because while y'all were doing that, I was like, because I saw the podcast after the fact, right? And you were like, you asked Z. I mean, I think you asked Kratos. Yo, Kratos, what do you think? The world's most powerful console and the world's most powerful handheld.
Yeah, they rank.
Birdman, right? Yeah. Me, I was thinking, shit. All I see is two bum ass consoles joining like Elton, Defender of the Fanboys. That's all I see.
They beat the hell out of my man Kratos that show, man.
Yeah, they did, bro. They killed
Puerto Rock. What's my man name? Baron was in there running wild.
I give Kratos credit. Kratos, that man runs from L's like nobody's business. Like as soon as he see it coming, like he getting the whole like straight up Jamaican sprinter stance and just take the fuck off.
I'm like, oh man, this shit here is wild.
I feel bad. I'm like, man, I left this country. I left my man alone, bro. I left him in the foxhole alone, bro.
But he come out. He take his L early in the morning. But I don't know what Kratos in Texas some guy. So he hour ahead of me. That's why I blocked his ass one time. I ain't motherfucker on my timeline by 6 in the morning. My time, so they tweeting some dumb shit. Man, what the fuck is this? Boop! Tilt my bat. I blocked his ass. Yo. He come out there and take it from his L early in the morning. So fine, fucking all right, we got the L, and that be it. He do it the right way. He don't be trying to duck that shit. But I'm just saying, what do you call it? So, I mean, this holiday season again. I mean, goddamn. None of the big games. The Switch is cracking. Issues with that. You know what I mean? And then again, the new boss said they're successor to the 3DS. Like, god damn. So where does that leave Switch?
I would say this. Nintendo's problem has always been they don't give a fuck about what third party is doing. That's their problem. They don't go out and be like, hey, what are you guys making? What are the engines you're using? What are about the performance specs you guys need to run these things properly? Because what people don't understand is EA doesn't want to make 3-4 different engines. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to make a specific engine just for the Switch. They have Frostbite. It works on PC. It works on PlayStation. It works on Xbox. They want it to work on Switch. It's Nintendo's job to get their hardware up to that level. Sure, EA made another engine, but it was to cater to mobile platforms like phones and tablets. That's Frostbite Go. Frostbite Go is not good enough for Switch because they know no one's going to want to buy a phone game on the Switch. So you guys ain't going to buy a phone game, but yet Nintendo didn't make hardware competent enough to run the games that's on PlayStation and Xbox. So what does that leave EA? Well, EA's like, fuck it. We just won't make the game then. Fuck it. Until Nintendo gets their shit together, we're not going to deal with you because technically EA doesn't need Nintendo. They sell a shit ton of money and they sell a shit ton of games and make a shit ton of money off of Xbox, PlayStation, PC. And then in the mobile market, they're making a killing there. They don't need Nintendo.
Yeah, plain and simple. I want to say this. I want to say it right now. A year ago, when the Switch came out and it was selling like hotcakes, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna beat the hell out of everybody, and it's gonna beat the hell out of Xbox, gonna beat the hell out of PlayStation," and I said, "I just hope the Switch doesn't do what the Wii U did in reverse. It doesn't pop out a whole bunch of games at the beginning, and then third-party support at the beginning, and then all of that drops to nothing in the middle, and then at the end they start hyping up another of the first-party exclusives." It was giving me Wii U vibes. All that shit is happening right the hell now.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Right the fact that it's a mobile architecture like the ARM architecture, NVIDIA shit, I didn't think it would take Nintendo 4 or 5 years to make a game. I honestly thought Nintendo was going to keep pumping out games simply because it's not the same architecture that the consoles are using. So I figure, they'll pump out Mario, Zelda, and whatever, this game. Then the next year they'll have Metroid, Super Smash Brothers, whatever. Then the next year, they'll consistently every year have 3, 4, or 5 first-party games. And then at a certain point, they'll release Breath of the Wild 2, Super Mario Odyssey 2, and then they'll just recycle again. And then I thought that was their plan. But this year, when they didn't even announce Metroid Prime, I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all motherfuckers only bringing y'all not even bringing a full-fledged Pokemon. Y'all bringing
Pokemon Go.
You're bringing Pokemon Go version 2.0 and Smash Brothers, and that shit ain't happening till the end of the year, November.
They basically bring in Pokemon Go with fighting, so you can fight other Pokemon with fighting. That's it.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
you're not even fighting.
Y'all trying to survive with Mario Tennis, Wii U ports, and 3DS ports? Like what? Like no.
You know what though? I mean, and I don't know what, but I see, man. I see, man. I ain't saying no. I listen. I call Nintendo out for they fuck shit. You know what I mean? But they're fans. You mean? They be out there. Shout out to my brother Obi-Wan. That's my dude, motherfucker. You know what Nintendo do? This a weird bunch there, man. I just can't get with it, bro. I can't, man. Those old ass games. I'm just not spending $300 to play goddamn Mario, bro.
I know, man.
I know.
I honestly thought this year was gonna bring Metroid Prime. I thought they were gonna bring Bayonetta 3 along with Super Smash Brothers and Pokemon and an actual full-fledged. Like me, I'm not into Pokemon, but I understand the power of that franchise. I get
it's huge.
But I thought it was gonna be a full-fledged Pokemon, Super Smash Brothers, Metroid Prime, and Bayonetta 3. I'm like, okay, that's not a bad lineup. That's pretty good. Nah, it ain't that. And I'm like, the fuck is this?
Same dance this way.
I'm not paying $300. Like right now, I need to find another chick whose boyfriend cheated on her, and he owns I gotta go to Craigslist and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get me one for like $50.
So in the chat, they talk about the Switch is gonna outsell the Xbox One. I want to make this abundantly clear. Everybody keeps making comparisons to the Xbox One, and I said this already in one of my DMs. Comparing, if you beating the Xbox One, that's like saying you beating a dude in a wheelchair in a foot race. That shit ain't a win. It's just supposed to happen. Like,
the
Xbox being, that's just gonna happen.
World War had appealed. I mean, hell, Asia and Europe alone.
It's never had it. Even the 360. The 360 literally was surviving off of 3 markets: the UK, Australia, and North America.
Yeah,
that's it.
Pretty much. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, in Brazil,
Right.
Yeah,
but Brazil to a small degree. Like even now, when they put out the Xbox One, when they first put it out, they was in like, I think it was like 94 less markets. Now they're still in like 40 something.
Yeah, it's even
markets. Worse. Like they're not going to release that shit in those 40 markets. They don't give a damn. They're gonna focus on the areas where they sell because that's where they're gonna make their money. Yeah. PlayStation has a wide appeal because it came out before the PS2 did so well everywhere and it sold everywhere. So PlayStation caught all that market. Xbox tried to sprinkle where they could and figured out these people don't give a damn about us. These people don't give a damn about us. They keep going to Japan because Japan is still making games, but all those little European regions that aren't making no games, they don't give a damn about them. They don't have to cater to them because they don't have to worry about anybody in that region not making a game for them. That's literally the only reason they still in Japan selling 3 units a damn month is because Japan's still making games. Literally the only reason.
I mean, Japan. Well, that their market. Shit, I think the Switch now sold the PS4 in Japan, didn't it?
It's all handheld.
Yeah, and again, to be fair,
like the PSP is outselling the consoles.
Yeah, Japan is not the force that it was in gaming. The 4th, 5th generation. I mean, everything is now, Western. More or less. Which is cool. I'm not knocking the titles that come out from there, but what I'm talking about back then, the games were released in Japan first, then they would come stateside. It's a huge difference. Now that's not even the case, and that started to change around the PlayStation 2 and definitely PS3 and Xbox 360 era. Everything was released in Japan first, more or less. Then they, would come stateside. Somebody just left something in the super chat. Hold on one second. Von Lamont, he said, with Sonic Team Racing coming, you don't need a Switch to play kart game anymore. I think Spider-Man will be the Arkham of the City of 2018. What do you guys think about that?
Probably.
What's that again? What happened?
He said with Sonic Team Racing coming, you don't need a Switch to play a kart game anymore. I think Spider-Man will be the Arkham City of 2018. Probably.
I can see Spider-Man. I don't know about Sonic. I don't know about that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm saying he's talking about you everybody has to buy a Switch for Mario Kart. He's saying with Sonic Team Racing, that's an alternative. Nothing's gonna beat Mario Kart.
I'm saying that's like saying is Dry Club an alternative to Forza?
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying?
You got fans
That's how I see that as like Sonic Team Racing. Really?
I'm not in the kart game races. Period. You know,
I ain't gotta buy Forza. You play Dry Club. Like what?
I'm not either. But nobody gives a damn about Sonic Team Racing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's really an alternative.
But the Spider-Man thing, that's probably true.
Spider-Man's gonna be actually shit. Spider-Man gonna be bigger than God of War. You know
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Because again,
Spider-Man has mass appeal, and the Marvel movies out here killing it.
Yes,
and it just gives them more and more brand recognition.
Yes,
and it is going to keep welling up. There's a new Spider-Man movie next year. Infinity War just came out. Everybody all hyped and sad all at the same damn time about Spider-Man. It's like it's right in its perfect storm of releasing.
You know what's crazy, right? And again, ingenious to Sony, right? Check this shit, right? It's I mean, I don't know if something that Microsoft can maybe get or do a deal. Maybe Black Panther was extremely popular on who they would get to make the game, but Spider-Man, right? And I remember what year did Microsoft supposedly have their best gaming lineup ever? What year was it? The year that Halo came out, right?
You want
2016.
What they said or the actual real year?
Every time he said it.
No, but I'm just saying, what year did the Halo 5?
The year was 2015. That was the year.
Okay, that was the year.
Greatest. What is Xbox lineup in the history of Xbox?
And listen. Now, to be fair,
what the fuck are you doing?
Now that all is subjective, but they had a bunch of big titles. I think Halo 5 released that year.
And 2007 was the best.
Well, I'm just saying, for far as on the platform, I'm talking about like going to a AAA exclusive. 2015 was a big year for Xbox, right? And I remember me going back and forth with Crap and Mooch and those guys and telling them that Microsoft still wasn't going to win the NPD because Sony had that Star Wars deal. You know what I mean? Remember the Darth Vader console? That's what's going to happen. You're going to have people that are not even gamers that are just huge fucking.
It's funny. That's the reason why believe it or not, people thought that I got blocked by Mooch and Crap because I was on my fuck shit. At that time, I just said, yo, you got Halo 5, but PlayStation is still going to win November because of that shit. That's what I was trying to tell them. And they got pissed off and blocked me. I'm like, what the fuck? I was just new to the whole Twitter thing. I'm like, oh shit, motherfuckers get mad quick up in this place. And then and then I started getting on my fuckery shit.
But casuals but that's what I was are going to take over all this shit.
People who aren't even gamers.
That's what you know why? And listen, I try to explain that to him, right? Because even I get my uncle, right? You think I might put the C in casual, sometimes the C in Caucasian. He really put the motherfucking C in motherfucking casual and Caucasian, right? That motherfucker really is what's my man name from Django, Samuel L. Jackson, all day. Bullshit you not. You know what I mean? If them black people, if those niggas pull up their pants and wasn't getting shot, then he one of them dudes, right? This self-hating black motherfucker, right? Bullshit, true story, right? Now, with that being said, he may play 1 or 2 games, maybe a Mortal Kombat, a Tekken here and there. He went out and bought that fucking Star Wars Battlefield because he didn't comic books and shit, bought anything. Didn't even open it. It was sitting on this entertainment center. You know what I mean? And I was saying that was huge for them, to get that deal, get that theme console, because again, you're gonna have non-gamers, just they're fans of the Star Trek. That was a pretty decent looking console too, to be fair. You know what I mean? With the Darth Vader in the front of it. You know what I mean? If you're gonna buy it, and not even, especially if Sony releases a PlayStation 4 Spider-Man Pro bundle, my God, that's just gonna sell like fucking hotcakes, man. You know what I mean? And again, this is a question before I want to talk about The Last of Us. Do you consider this Spider-Man a new IP, or is it the same? Is this a newer Spider-Man?
Nah, it's just a new Spider-Man. But like, to me, it's going to be a Spider-Man game. And I say that, right? And then everybody like misconstrues what I'm saying. Spider-Man is going to be fun as fuck. It's going to be fun. It's going to sell like crazy. It's going to beat the shit out of anything Xbox puts out at the end of this year, including Forza Horizon 4. But it's another Spider-Man game. Will it be a good one? Absolutely. So when I say it's just another Spider-Man game, I'm not putting the game down. But it is a Spider-Man game in the sense that it looks like the other Spider-Mans. It has, increased combat efficiencies because from the last time a Spider-Man came out till now, certain tropes in that type of genre have arisen and they have been refined in Spider-Man. But the web slinging, all that, it gives off the same feel as every other Spider-Man game I've played. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun. So I want to put that out there because every time I say that shit, I get 50 fucking random ass comments or DMs saying I said it's going to be bad. So I want to make sure I clarify.
It looks fun.
It's going to be a good fucking game.
It looks great.
It's going to be a good game. Yeah. It'll be fun as shit, and I'm going to play the fuck out of it on my PS4 Pro and not turn it on for the rest.
Do you think it's a new series?
No, I think it's just Spider-Man.
Well,
Spider-Man.
What I mean, do you think it's?
You mean like if it's going to go forward? Yeah. I think since it's going to be successful, and especially with the next Spider-Man and Marvel going into their next chapters or whatever, I think it allows a lot of Marvel licensing to come to the forefront real fast. I think the Rocksteady Superman game that's supposed to come out, I think they're gonna hold that off until something DC related comes out. Because right now, Marvel is kicking DC's ass as far as just general word of mouth, and I think that's why we ain't gonna see that for a minute. But I think this Spider-Man game is gonna continue. I think Insomniac's gonna do another one because this one's gonna sell well, and it's going to easily entice the executives, the Marvel Disney people to just say, "Yeah, go ahead and make another one."
I mean, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. What you thoughts of that, P-Rock?
What's up?
Any thoughts of that? What Matt said about Spider-Man?
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, it's an IP, it's a character based on a comic, and you have so many games. Like, let us say, like Batman, like Arkham. I don't think Batman Arkham is a new IP, but I do think it's a new franchise.
Okay,
because it's not tied to anything. Even though it's Batman, it's not tied to any other game. That's
that's the reason why I say maybe it's a new franchise again, because we never had.
I'll say it's a new franchise.
Yeah, we never had a Spider-Man like that. A true triple A Spider-Man. You know what I mean? You know, not based around a movie or a comic, you know what I mean? Straight, off the cuff. Yeah. You know what I mean?
What y'all fuck niggas on, man?
Oh, Lord. Don't come in with that.
Oh, yeah. It's Xbox Nation up in here, baby. Xbox power greater than X. You feel me? Let's go.
Shit, now the fuckery is going to begin.
Oh, yeah. You
now we got the bullshit, man. Fuck it, man. You just better have that suit ready. All right? Someone's going to have to say the eulogy. All right?
Oh, no,
you're going to be the one saying it.
We ain't buried the Xbox shit. I've been fairly able to. Porter Rock was being messy on Twitter, starting with Kmega. Told me that goddamn man alone.
What the fuck, man?
What y'all think Spider-Man gonna score? What y'all think Spider-Man gonna score? Nah, he ain't show up.
No. But no, what you say? What you say?
What y'all think Spider-Man gonna score?
Oh, 8.5 or higher. 8.5.
That's about where I think it's gonna be.
Between 8.5, between 8.5 and 9.0. You know what I mean?
They go 9 or 10 that bitch.
Which game?
Spider-Man. It's gonna be 9s and 10s.
Yeah.
9,
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of 9 and 10s, but I
think it's gonna end up somewhere around 80 something, 87, somewhere.
Yeah, I think high 80s.
I think it's gonna be in the 90s, man.
Like, what's Arkham? Let me look at Arkham. That'll gauge.
I ain't gonna lie. The combat look a lot like Arkham when he jumps from enemy to enemy. You know, not Batman do that.
Yeah,
that reminds me a lot. What engine? They see what engine?
That's why I said the genre has evolved. Like Batman set a lot of tropes in place that can be evolved, and that's what they did in Spider-Man.
Oh, did they? I'm sorry. Did they see what engine they're using for that game?
I think it's the same one they're using in Sunset. I don't know which one it is.
Oh shit, maybe some home
Yeah, I think that's the evolution of the Sunset engine.
Yeah, they just like even they said the world is like they basically took what they wanted as Sunset Overdrive 2 and then put all their efforts into making the best Spider-Man game they could.
Yep.
And somebody just asked me in the chat about Sunset. I liked it. Look, for what it was. I beat it. School game. I think it'd have been much better if it had a co-op story. You know what I mean? It'd been, this
true.
Screen co-op.
I didn't understand why they even put the like little horde mode and multiplayer in. Like you could have just put that in. You could just made it a co-op game and call it a day. I don't know why they like.
You know why though? If you think about it, inside the game, there were like some horde like ball scenes where you gotta put your barriers up and they come in.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. They could have just put that in the game as a you can play with somebody else and y'all just do the same thing you do in that little horde mode because you can like it's a wide area that you defending and it still has all the same weapons and all that stuff. Why didn't they just put that in the game as a entire game co-op thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
I think time constraints.
Mode.
I think, like I said, time, having it out, new hardware, and again, like I said, they do, I guess, rumored that they were making it too. Amazon, somebody leaked it, right? I just think it should expand on the first one. It was okay to me. I mean, it was I hope that is true. We do get it out because Microsoft they need another game before this generation. And something we talked about yesterday before we get off the air with the multiplayer. But also, like I said, one other thing I want to talk about. Well, two other things before we get the hell up out of here. I know you got your little show what you're about to do with Parker. It says The Last of Us Part 2 gives Ellie an NPC companion designs to one-up God of War's Atreus. What are your thoughts about that? So, Ellie's going to have a sidekick. I'll pray to God it's not her lover because I don't want to hear these guys out there screaming on fucking Twitter. It's not her fucking girlfriend, but I pray to God it's not her lover. And not that I would care, but I just, hashtag, I don't want to say it now, hashtag Naughty Dog Agenda, hashtag not my Last of Us. You know what I mean? Like, what are your thoughts about that?
You want to know what I think it's going to be like a little black kid.
Yeah.
And this is why. And not for some political bullshit, but people are going to turn it into that. I'm going to say because of what happened in the first one with the little black kid. Okay. Like him dying and everything. And I'm not saying no spoilers. If you ain't played the game, you shit out of luck. But the little black kid died in the first one and she had like a off-cuff connection with him. So I think they're going to like revisit those emotions. By bringing another little black kid who reminds you of the kid in the first one.
Oh, Harry Herling said a dog, I believe, would be a perfect companion. That makes more sense. Right? Good point. A dog like what's that? I Am Legend. I give her a German Shepherd or a pit bull or some shit like that. But she will have a companion.
That'll give them reason to not have the AI see it. I agree, Harry Herling.
Yeah. Oh, don't start your shit, man.
Hey, I'm just keeping it 100. But that'll make sense for a dog walking around. Ain't nobody gonna give a damn about a dog walking around, but a person standing in front of you, running into you, that's stupid. But I agree, a dog would be dope.
Yeah,
I feel like they're gonna play off of a lot of the stuff in the first one just to hit the feels, and that's gonna be one of them points that
I heard you talk to a person the first one. My son hit me with the 5-finger discount, right? The Last of Us Remastered I bought. He took it, went back to school, never seen it again, right? I just got another copy. I just tried playing the multiplayer, but now I got a monitor, so I ain't got to play through OBS on OLED, which is crazy input lag, right? I probably still gonna be dog shit. But the story I got to the first, past the first stage. When you go to the first camp, it pulls at your heartstrings at the beginning, the crash, the little girl, and then you had to go to this. I had to get to this this base camp, and then he came down for the weekend and got hit with the 5-finger discount. How long is the game? The first of Last of Us? I'm gonna play through it before I can at least know what's up with the story.
I know about 10 hours.
Yeah,
somewhere in that range.
10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
Is it scary or what to expect? Because I didn't say not scary.
No, it's not scary.
I would say not scary. There's some scenes that will get you like nervous. You know what I'm saying? Especially
it's a little there's some like suspenseful stuff.
What game
a lot of
is that?
suspense.
Last of Us.
The Last of Us.
Yeah,
because there's like and you dog shit at games. So there's like a couple scenes where it's gonna be a lot of shit coming at you. And that's that's the part that's gonna fuck you up.
Hey, man,
play that dog shit.
Hey man, look man, my
monitor you play that Yakuza and that shit was dog shit.
Yakuza ain't bad, bro. My monitor came today.
20-30 minutes of just.
You gotta hook it up.
Yeah, I'm I'm playing my game through my OBS.
What the hell is that?
It's a monitor, bro. A 13-inch joint, man.
Switch?
This nigga stupid, bro. Put this right on my desk, man. I'm gonna hook my PC up to this. And
why the hell did you
listen?
Nigga, bro, a 13-inch.
I got something small, bro. I ain't gonna be playing it.
I'm gonna record this shit right here.
It's a bigger fucking TV in my car. Why the fuck did you buy?
Hey, bro,
this nigga went and brought a car stereo monitor. Fuck out of here.
Hey, yo, this bitch supposed to be 200, man. HDMI, all this shit.
I had known your ass bought a 13-inch monitor, I would have slapped the shit out of your ass.
This nigga put that on the back of his car seat. Fuck out of here, nigga.
This motherfucker might be going back. This should say HDMI. One. This is mini.
Yo,
I can't even use this shit.
Make this shit up right here.
I can't even use this shit.
What the hell did you buy that little ass monitor for?
I need it for my desk. Hold up, man.
What size monitor?
Your ass got two bad eyes. Why the fuck did you buy that little ass monitor?
Wait, I
This
can't.
nigga say my monitor coming. I'm thinking this nigga got like a real.
I think got like a 24-inch maybe. Like,
oh nah, bro. This shit gotta go back.
His monitor.
This shit gotta go back. I'm mad as hell, man.
You should be mad as hell.
Bro, you need to watch some of these videos, bro. It's obviously you're not watching his content.
Nigga better put that on his car dash. Fuck out of here, nigga.
Oh, fuck you gonna do a 13-inch monitor? Even I'm not that cheap. God
I'm
damn.
gonna be in the bathroom taking the shit with the 13-inch monitor.
At least my Zenith is over 32.
Oh, I might be able to use it. Come on, the wire. I might be able to use it. Hey, no, I need to go under my desk so I can have my OBS.
I'm gonna send you a link for a real fucking monitor.
I ain't got no room for it, man. Shit, man.
My wife's iPhone is bigger than that shit.
Man, fuck y'all, man. Listen, I'm a man of very little means, man. That's how they talk about me. That's how they talk about me, bro.
You don't send that bullshit back.
Hey, bro, I'm a man of
This
very
nigga
little
be
means.
like, I ain't getting no lag, but now I can't see shit.
Hey, listen, my man that cutting up Stuart Stokes and Ellie Sidekick will be that Xbox doll, baby. Don't start
And
your
that
shit.
shit's so tiny that shit looks like it runs at 8K resolution.
Yeah, he's like, that nigga trying to don't change the that. That nigga finna be in the back seat of the whip, nigga.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is I do fuck. I think they paid $200 for this shit. I feel like they got me, bro. This motherfucker is kind of flimsy. I ain't even gonna bullshit.
They're gonna open that box. I'm like, road trip.
Yo, this is an LD LCD monitor. PS3, Xbox 360. This bitch don't even say PS4, Xbox One. This motherfucker 360 and PS3.
Oh man, you can't make this shit up.
Talk about a Kindle Fire. He about to be playing his games on the Kindle Fire.
Nah, I'm gonna be playing my fucking game on my fucking OLED, man. Use that shit for OBS.
Nigga went from an OLED to a 13-inch monitor.
Hey man, fuck y'all niggas, man. Fuck y'all niggas.
House way.
Yo, they ain't got no respect there. They ain't got no respect for the police.
Yo, you better not put that motherfucker back on camera.
That shit better never see the stream. It better never see the stream.
Hey man, fuck y'all.
Next stream, we gonna see Z squinting real low.
Yo, somebody read the chat.
I couldn't see.
Hey yo, niggas already
read the chat.
Yo, my eyes shit already fucked up because I got that same Davis Dream joint since I had the accident. I'm like, yo, somebody read the screen.
Damn well he can't see. He bought the littlest fucking screen he could find.
Nigga, like, shout out to the chat.
Hey, yo,
I know y'all typing some shit, but I can't see.
Hey, yo, I got the motherfucker.
He in the chat said you bought a Nintendo 3DS XL top screen.
No, what happened was he saw the ad 4K monitor, and he saw the size 40, and he thought it was 40 inches.
Hey,
he didn't know it was 40 centimeters.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, yo, I'm getting my black bond on right now, bro. It's for my 560 Ti.
My man got a 40 centimeter TV.
Yo, like the chat up with 13 L's.
Hey, man. Hey, yo, I ain't lying.
Like the chat up with 13
Hey, yo,
L's.
this bitch is like a little iPad. I ain't even gonna bullshit. This motherfucker Asus tablet.
This motherfucker's like, yo, it's probably a 13th up in this motherfucker.
Hey, yo, my man said I bought this off somebody motherfucking back in the headrest. There's some shit you put it back in the headrest and take the cross. I'm done. Well, they got me, bro. I ain't know it was this goddamn cheesy. I wouldn't even show y'all motherfuckers this shit.
Today's motherfucker Friday the 18th.
That
nigga was looking at the monitor like it looked big on the monitor. This motherfucker got that motherfucking real life motherfucker.
Amazon.
Ball as hell, nigga.
That's what you get for
Got
fucking.
your
Hey, yo,
ass.
that's that shopping at Amazon 3 o'clock in the morning. That's what they should get you.
My man, that's what you get for shopping at Amazon UK. That's 40 centimeters, bro.
That motherfucking Amazon motherfucking Afghanistan, goddamn.
Amazon Guam.
Guam, this nigga said Guam. Look at this shit. Amazon guitar. Look at this shit, bro. I'm like, y'all can't even use it, but it got the regulation.
He saw his notification package delivered. He was looking for a box. He saw a little yellow envelope. What the fuck is this? He opened the envelope. The TV
Send you
came
that shit in
out.
the manila envelope.
Hey, you ain't lying, but this is the shit they come in a low ass box too, man. Fuck y'all niggas, man.
It was in that USPS flat rate box.
Hey, yo, they doing me dirty, man. This fucking.
Oh shit! They didn't even wrap it in bubble wrap. They wrapped it in a napkin.
Hey yo, this nigga. Hey yo, boss said this fucking nigga got a Samsung Galaxy 5 screen protector. God damn. God damn. I got this with my Switch brothers, man. This is real live Nintendo Switch shit right here, man.
It's probably bigger than you guys.
Hey, yo, I got the $12,000 PC hooked up to the Switch monitor, man. What the fuck y'all talking about, man? Put that bitch right here. I got to stand for this bitch and everything. Fuck y'all. I mean, yo, read the chat.
Goddamn well,
yo, I know I can't see for shit, yo. This shit here all bad too, bro.
I got a monitor. I'm thinking, all right, he bought him a little 24.
Nah, nigga, I just got this
monitor.
OLED.
He good.
Yeah, man, I got this motherfucker. I just bought this motherfucking OLED. I ain't even playing. I'm still playing the game. Another one. I got that
you better strap that shit to the car seat and call it a day.
Man, fuck y'all, man.
Hold that L. Hold that L.
I hold that L on this one right here. I pulled the Mr. Parker on this one. I ain't even gonna dance around here. This is real life bullshit here. God damn. I don't even think this bitch is power enough to run Discord. I can't even put the Discord on this motherfucker here, man. God damn.
You can't do shit on that. You can't do shit. You can't even check your Twitter.
Nah, this shit crazy. Word up, man. Yeah, I fucked up with that one.
Your iPhone X screen bigger than that shit.
Hey, I might take this one back, man. Send this shit back, man. Shit.
Let it go. That was an L.
It's 1880p though. This shit cheesy as hell.
That's what it was. You took Parker advice.
This motherfucker.
Parker's a dumbass.
Yo, I'm lying. This bitch ain't 1080p. This bitch 1080i. Oh, this bitch going back. This bitch going back.
That shit 480i.
Yeah, this shit going back.
You can only play GameCube games.
Yeah, this shit going back. I fucked up with that. But my bad. My bad, man. Niggas, I got a leap pad. Swear. See, I fucked up. That is a real live leap pad, man. That is, but they did me dirty, man. Damn, I just need something small, man. I can put my PC on. I can play on my fucking. I ain't got the room.
Why did you? Again, you have so many resources that would have told your ass no.
Bro, I just need something to go up, but something small on my desk. I can look at play on my fucking big ass TV. You know, I like to, I'm the king of gold.
I'm aware of all of this.
You know what I mean? I just need something I can hook my PC up to.
Oh my God.
I dropped the ball on that one, there, man. That bitch will be going back, man.
That shit's horrible. That shit is horrible.
The nigga said, Z said the box at PSP2 when that motherfucker.
That shit was written in crayon.
Yeah, man, they did me dirty, man. It's all right, man. I'll take the L on that one, man. I take them. So anyway, Ellie got a motherfucking PC.
Yes, Ellie got an NPC. Everybody saying they did the mocap for a dog, so it's probably gonna be a dog.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what they saying in the chat. You can't read with that small last screen.
Last stop before we get the hell up out of here. They teased about Nathan Drake teasing something related to the Uncharted. Maybe we might be getting an Uncharted movie.
Yeah. Oh, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that?
Yeah. Who the hell is that Nathan Fillion?
That's the dude who played Castle and was in Firefly, and he was in Halo. He was Buck in Halo.
Okay. All right. So maybe getting a movie?
They were supposed to be doing a movie a long ass time ago. That shit been in development.
I fucking hate game movies.
I do too.
I fucking hate.
How was that Assassin's Creed movie? Was it trash?
It sucked.
And it had nothing to do with the game.
I just don't like.
Like they just made shit up. They made shit up.
I don't like it, man. Game movies don't make for good stories in the actual screen.
The one that was closest to the game was the Tomb Raider shit, and that was mediocre as hell. Yeah, like the Tomb Raider shit followed the movie 100%, but it was mediocre as hell.
Yeah, even the new one it did follow with the whole. Yeah, and it's still like game movies just aren't interesting.
Like it literally followed the exact story of the new Tomb Raider games. Mm-hmm. It followed that story almost to a damn T, and it was mediocre as hell.
Well, at least the character does look like Nathan Drake. Nathan
Fillion.
Oh, yeah, he does. He has haircut. He has the same haircut.
Is he the mocap?
Yeah, he old as shit though.
I can take it. yeah, from riches to rags.
Yeah, everybody been like saying he should play him. He should play him
for years. Do you think?
I just don't think. And then it's not going to be interesting.
They had supposedly had whatchamacallit on it, Marky Mark, and then that shit fell through. And then they signed somebody else. I forgot who it was. And that shit fell through now. The rumors are that Nathan Fillion is going to do it.
You know why I think I don't like video games is because the actual movie is nothing but a long ass cutscene. And you don't get to play the game. Like I really don't want to do that. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah,
like if I'm playing Uncharted, and you know, it's cool to see those great immersive cutscenes, but I'm still playing the game in between. A movie, right. I'm just watching them, and then that's it. Like I don't want to do that. Like I look at the movie and games as two separate entertainment mediums. That if I want to watch a movie, I want to watch a movie. If I want to play a game, I want to play a game. I just don't want to see 2-hour cutscene of the movie. Like I just don't know. Like the character's interesting because it's a game character, not because it's a movie character. You know what I'm saying? Like the only reason why I like Resident Evil is really because fucking the actress is sexy as fuck. That's about it. Yeah, she's fucking gorgeous.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Yeah, I ain't never really cared for video game movies.
Yeah, I don't really care about any.
I ain't watched none of the Silent Hills either, to be honest with you. I never really.
But you know what it is like? Even the Resident Evil movies was okay, but the reason the Resident Evil movies was okay is because they stopped being attached to the game. Like they just went off on their own goddamn direction, and it's the same with these. The movies that become games in the opposite direction. Go on, make your own story, do your own shit, and just use the character. Like it's when they try to tie the two together like so tightly. So just because the people that are gonna watch the movie, you expect them to know about, you know, all the shit that's happening because of the game. That's not how that shit works. Just make the damn movie. People are gonna go see it. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie. If it's not, fuck it.
It's almost like vice versa when they make games from a movie tie-in. Those shit suck too.
Yeah.
Like really, you have all this imagination and all you're doing is following the same movie storyline. Like,
and that's why Spider-Man is gonna be all right.
But yeah, because it's his own, like it's like completely separate. Like complete, like you're playing a game and it's literally following the movie formula, and you're like, oh my god. Like I already saw the movie. Like really?
Like I think the only half decent, and I say this with all like half decent movie game I've ever played was the Captain America one. That shit was okay. Like very, very borderline of okay. It wasn't good.
The Captain America game?
Very borderline okay. Yeah, the Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh, the
it
game?
had a movie. Yeah, it had a game.
Oh, that
the
game
movie
was dog.
Oh, really?
That game was dog shit. Didn't Sega make it? Didn't Sega?
It might have been.
That one was trash. That fucking Iron Man one was trash. Thor was trash. That Thor game was trash with the 360. Those fucking what do you call it? The X-Men game was dog shit. Yeah,
that Wolverine game was so
and
trash.
Again, that's what made Batman so epic because it had nothing to do with the movie. It was, and that's why I'm so excited about Spider-Man. It was something built from the ground up and got no movie tie-in. You know what I mean? That's what I'm really again excited for. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this last one. Say, Microsoft sitting there looking across the street, right? And Rand said something on the show yesterday about them releasing Tomb Raider the same day as what was it, Fallout? You know what I mean? He said,
GoldenEye was dope.
I saw that.
Yeah. Well, that was something new for the ages.
Yeah, he asked Phil if how he felt, why, and then Phil said that if he were to do it all over again, he would have done it. Right, but I'm thinking, like, really, Phil? I could have told you that.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, I would have been in the board. Like, imagine you're in the boardroom, right? And Phil's going down the list of all the projects, right? And we're all listening. And I'm there, on my fuck shit. And all of a sudden, Phil says, and on November whatever, Xbox, we're gonna release Fallout and Tomb Raider. I would have been like, really, Phil? We really doing that? You really think that's a good idea? You'd be like, yeah, why not, Puerto Rock? Who the fuck is gonna buy Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like I would have said that like instantly. Like, yo, Fallout's gonna have fuck Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Like, are we, especially in the same month as Call of Duty and all these other big shit? Like, Tomb Raider's gonna be the odd chick left out. Like, it's a big franchise, but it's not that big. Like, you gotta be smart about this. Like, delay it to January. So that way people could get over it like for 2 months and people will kick off the year with something fresh and new. And you do it that way, but
you know what I think it was? I think it was him trying. That was when he was in that. I have to prove that we can make money, so that my new boss doesn't destroy my entire division.
Yeah, I don't know, but that seemed like a bad play.
That was just I got this big title. Let me throw this shit out here.
Yeah.
I got a year exclusivity. I got this year window of me putting this out, so I gotta put it out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost positive that they in that contract they put a date.
Yeah.
And it was gonna come out in the next year in November for PlayStation, regardless of whatever date they released it on Xbox.
Yeah.
And so he just wanted to make sure it was that
window.
they got that whole window. Yeah.
Yeah, but damn, that was a crazy. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker put that shit out to dry.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, well, you guys said, like I said, when we get the hell up out of here. And again, he said that most likely Sony may launch in 2019. And Microsoft may, release the next Xbox in 2020. He said Sony will meet him right there with Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Do you think that's probable?
Well, I would say the dates for the console launch make sense. I don't think Xbox will ever launch first. The earliest is at the same time because they Phil Spencer, he put himself in a box because he said they will never be outdone in hardware. So there's only two ways that could happen. Number one, your console will always be more expensive if it's the same day in launch, because let's say if they're both $500 consoles, they're not going to be that far apart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to be more powerful than a PlayStation console the same day or same month of launch, then yours is more expensive because you put in better hardware. Or number two, you came out a year later. But if you come out first, Sony's going to have the more powerful console. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just how it is. They have an extra year to outdo you.
Mm-hmm.
So Xbox is not going to come out first. If it comes out the same year, more expensive, or it could come out a year later at the same price.
Okay.
Will Sony have on Horizon Zero Dawn 2 first? I mean, when did it came out in 2017? 2024 years, it might be possible because they already have the assets.
They can build on top of what they
4
have.
years. They already have the assets.
Uh-huh.
Yes, they could pump a sequel out in 4 years.
But not even
But if they do,
uh-huh.
3 years, 4 years. If they do have it, here's the thing though. If they do have Horizon Zero Dawn ready on 2020, it's most likely going to be a cross-gen title. Because I don't see them selling that game with just a 1 year install base of PS5 and keep it exclusive to PS5. I think it's going to be a cross-gen title. I think it's also going to be still on PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think PS5 is going to have that big of a fan base a year later from launch. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want this game to sell 7-8 million again, you gotta have at least 7-8 million consoles out there, and normally these games
I ain't gonna
don't
lie.
sell
So
one.
I'm saying, man, the PS5 would do 10 million in a year with the hype that they have, and again, you know what I mean, and just the hype alone, you know what I mean. And but like I said, I'll leave you with this question again before we get the hell up out of the last thing. I promise us that I don't see how Microsoft can end the generation like this. And I said to Randy, they're gonna have to at least buy a AAA multiplayer or something. You know, I mean, you can't just end with Gears of War and Halo. You know what I mean? And again, expect for your new consumer to or someone to invest into the Xbox again. They can't just end like this. They need something. They need at least one big game leading into next generation. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. How do you feel about it? I just like you can't just go. You know what I mean? They can't just go these 2 years. And again, with Forza, we know that's coming. We know we're gonna get a Gears and then multiplayer. They need a new AAA goddamn game. You know what I mean? Now, could they do that? I don't know. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Do you think they can end the generation like this in 2020? 2019.
They are gonna end it. I think they are gonna end it.
2019. Listen, 2019, we getting Gears. That's a given, right? I don't know. Maybe Gears and Ori and the Blind Forest too, right?
Yeah.
And whatever. I think they got a little deal with the H1D1 dev. A little, like PUBG type game. And then what next generation is 2020 going to end with nothing else?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Only reason because I don't think Microsoft is interested in market share of the console hardware.
Yeah.
They're interested in just selling their games, the software as they're trying to be as versatile as possible. So that way everything's not relying on one specific device. You know what I'm saying? Because, you can have one generation, let's say Xbox is not selling well, but because their software and services is still available across spectrums of devices, they're still making lots of money. You understand? Yeah. So it's kind of like investing. You're not investing in one stock, you're investing in multiple. So that way, it's like a mutual fund. That's really what a mutual fund is. Mm-hmm. It's an investment in multiple stocks where one stock is fucking up, but you're doing fine because other stocks are doing great. And I think that's what Microsoft is trying to do. They're trying to put themselves in a position where they can't fail because one particular hardware is not selling so well. So they spread across multiple devices, tablets, PC, and stuff. They still have their Xbox device because you're always going to have that consumer that wants a dedicated console device. So yeah, they're still going to make it. But the crust of their division of gaming is not relying on that box. Like Sony's relying on their box. Nintendo, they're relying on their box. So if that box fails, they're fucked because they don't have anything else to make money. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Sony. If the PlayStation is not successful, they're fucked because there's no other way to make money on their games and services and subscription. Because really, the core foundation, Microsoft is staying that way. And I'll be honest, it is the smart move for them because again, they don't have a lot of regions in the world. Xbox doesn't sell in Asia. It doesn't really sell. Here in Germany, you don't see that shit in stores. Man. And Germany's the largest economy in Europe. Man. You don't see that motherfucker. Like they have an electronics store called Media Market. That's their version of Best Buy. It's all across Europe. That motherfucker don't sell Xbox shit. So if you're a global company and you see this, and Phil knows his console don't sell in every region, you can't put all your eggs in the Xbox console. You have to, if you're worrying about gaming and being making money in gaming, you have to move away from the box. Still make the 10 dogs and the crap gamers happy and shit like that. But you got to be smart. If you want to stay relevant and make money in gaming, you got to go across. You got to go to devices in places where Xbox is not. And guess what? PCs everywhere in Europe, PCs everywhere in China, PCs everywhere in Japan. So that's how you get your games. That's how you get games in Europe. That's how you get your games and services in Japan. You get it on the devices they're using. Xbox is going to be fine. A lot of people buy it. But this is why I said, like in our little chat, that next gen is not really going to be an Xbox versus PlayStation because that's not the position Microsoft is putting Xbox in. Microsoft is not putting Xbox in the position where we all could talk about PS5 versus Xbox. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense anymore. Microsoft has a vision to put their games everywhere. That's how they're going to make their money. If you want an Xbox, you can get an Xbox. If you want a PC, get a PC. If you just like tablets, fine. Here's your tablet. You know what I'm saying? That's the position they put themselves in. They're not gonna do this whole console war thing.
Okay, yeah. Again, I guess it sucks for guys like us, right? But with that, probably going to be profitable for them. You see Sony following suit.
I could say the idea will be smart of Sony. I just don't see them doing it only because so far they haven't made the moves to do so. They didn't buy like PlayFab type companies. They didn't buy Simplygon type companies. You know what I'm saying? They're not marketing a store, an actual PlayStation store. They are letting you
download now. With the PS Now, they are letting you download.
But remember, PS Now was on everywhere, and they took it away. So they actually downsized PS Now. Yeah. Before, Sony put like a PlayStation 4 game. I can't even remember the last time they put a PlayStation 4. To be honest, they don't even talk about that fucking thing.
Yeah.
They don't mention how much money they make. They don't mention how many subscribers. They don't mention the growth. They literally, that's like the one segment of PlayStation. They literally keep their mouth shut.
But you don't think you don't think it'll be huge though? At least say PlayStation Now exclusive day and date. You know what I mean? With the service, $15 a month.
Like, I don't know. Like, one, is people like streaming? I think
download. No, yeah, straight. Because that's the rumor that the new one's gonna be digitally download straight to the hardware.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to the PC. I don't think it's going to PC though. I think that's going to be PC. I think it's going. I think it's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
Yeah,
I think if they do digital download, it will improve. It will get people more interested. Because I'll be honest, like Game Pass is much better than PS Now because I'm not playing streaming. Like it doesn't make sense for me. Like let's say Uncharted, let's say it's 1080p 30. Why am I playing this game 720p 30 and with latency? When on the very console I'm playing on, I could have a much smoother, better experience and a graphical, better looking game. It doesn't make sense to stream on the native hardware. Like I can understand if I did on my phone because Uncharted 4 can't work on the phone. So stream it on the phone. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't get streaming on my PlayStation 4, a PlayStation 4 game. That doesn't make sense at all. I don't get it. Like I'm literally downgrading my experience when the platform I'm playing on can play that game natively with much better performance. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even the latency, that alone fucking annoys me because I tried that shit. I was like, man, I can't play this shit. This shit feels like it's running on 10 frames. I'm like, what the fuck? Or like I press up and it registers 3 seconds later.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it. Like I can't do this. It's so annoying. Like some people said it's fine. I'm like, I don't know. My experience, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't press a button and then wait for the character to fucking decide to do what I want him to do. Imagine playing a fighter like that.
I know.
Like you have to play 5 seconds ahead on what you want to do.
Yeah, I know. This shit is kind of wild. You know what I mean? But again, I think Microsoft, they to me with this move here, and this last time I promise, pulling Nintendo, they're not directly competing now. You know what I mean? And I just, when the new console come out, I want that to be it for that generation. I mean, so bring your shit with you, but you know what I mean? You got to give the incentive to buy your new hardware. You know what I mean? It seems kind of.
I think Microsoft relying on everything else outside of gaming specifically because you hear it all the time. The online network, the backwards compatibility, the 4K, the enhancements, the achievements, refunds, game gifting, fucking party chat, all that controller, or whatever the fuck, fucking Dolby Vision, fucking Atmos. They'll there's so many other shit that people will name as reason, which nothing's wrong. I mean, all of those are as reelings. If that's what's important to you, then that's what's important to you. There's no taking away from that. You know what I'm saying? But I know me and you were part of the old guard, where the whole point of the box is the games. Like if it ain't the games, then you ain't shit.
Yeah,
we're the old guard now.
Yeah, I said that. Last of a Mohican, man. I'm not going down with shit. Listen, children, man. I ain't going down with this shit, man. But
like motherfuckers, like let's say crossplay. I'm, like I said, I'm indifferent to that. But but there's gonna be a certain point where somebody be like it's weird, but somebody's gonna be like, oh shit, you got this game? Oh, can I play this game on another platform? No, then I'm not getting that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nope, I'm not getting that. And some people, they're gonna do that. I want to see when, like, let's say like a year or two, if those gamers are going to do that for Madden or Call of Duty. Hey, is this game? I'm waiting to see.
That's the, I mean, I know they just did Rocket League. You know what I mean? If this, like, it has to be a first step first, right? For someone to do it first. You know what I mean? And again, so Rocket League, you got Fortnite.
But if I notice, a lot of people that are really big into that are the free to play games, which makes sense for them because when you think about it, there's a shit tons of free play games, but none of them or very few ends up being a Fortnite or H1Z1. You know what I'm saying? They don't end up that big. So as far as free to play independent developers that make these games, it's in their best interest to fight for crossplay.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Not every game is gonna be a Fortnite game where you can survive on one platform, right?
Yeah.
But when you look at EA's perspective or Ubisoft or Activision, they don't worry about that shit. They don't worry about their games having players on a console. They're like, man, that shit sell. Yeah. I mean, look at Rockstar. Fucking June, Grand Theft Auto was the #1 downloaded game on PlayStation. That company has no issues with their shit selling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not worried about their account. That shit stays selling. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be interesting seeing how long it takes before the big guns, the Ubisofts, the Activisions, and the EA, they hop on crossplay with their games like Madden, Call of Duty, Battlefield. That's when I think crossplay is going to get real. You understand what I'm saying? That's when, playing Call of Duty versus PlayStation dudes and Xbox dudes, playing Battlefield. You know what I'm saying? That's when it starts getting real, I'm just interested in seeing when that's going to happen, or when the boiling point, when somebody one day wakes up and be like, you know what? We talk a lot of shit about Fortnite and this. How come nobody's going after EA and Activision? When are we going to make them do crossplay? I'm waiting for that day. Because so far, no one's really doing that.
Yeah, well, I know the second developer said he wouldn't mind doing it. So you got to cross. I'm all for crossplay. I think it's dope. You know what I mean? Up to you to play. Like King Wave, shout out to his goofy ass. You want to play Tekken? I don't have Tekken on the PS4. I just got it on the Xbox. You know what I mean? I'm all about whoever's moving gaming forward. And again, this is the natural progression of it. I hope Sony. Still, again,
I personally wouldn't mind because, like I said, I got Tekken on PlayStation. That game is dog shit. So I ain't buying it again on Xbox to play with y'all. Fuck no. I don't even want it. I wish PlayStation.
You don't like Tekken?
That shit would refund that shit mad quick.
You don't like Tekken? You don't like Tekken?
That game is garbage,
the
bro.
The neck. So you like in Soul Calibur?
Ah, shit. I don't know, man. I'm nervous about that, man. After Tekken, I'm like, man, this game is dog shit.
What do you call it? The netcode was kind of shitty, but you know what I mean.
Yes, man.
Especially on the Xbox, I was having
trouble. Like Injustice was good. Injustice 2 was great. And Street Fighter, man. I love Street Fighter 5. This shit is fucking great. That game. The netcode's great. Yeah. Even cross playing with PC is fucking great.
Yeah,
it's a fucking great game. But
you don't fuck with it. You don't fuck with Dead or Alive.
Like a what? Dead or Alive? I don't. Nah, I haven't played that in a while.
Shit,
I didn't fuck with that.
that's my shit there. I'll be out next year. That's my shit there too. But know what I mean, shout out to Alex, man. Alex Escobar says he was zoned out, and I was fucking with with the scene. I was adding another scene to it. But OBS, man. So again, shout out to everybody in the chat. If you like the little improv show, spur of the moment. Again, take it back to the beginning. There's always something funny going on. I'm gonna try to bury the hatch between Kmega and Porter Rock at each other's throats.
Now, we cool. Hell nah, we cool.
So if Porter Rock is listening, I mean not Porter Rock. If Kmega is listening to this dog shit show right now, what should I tell him?
Oh, what? Tell him, brother, I love you.
Brother, you love you. Now listen, keep his motherfucking name out his mouth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, keep his motherfucking name out your mouth. And you ain't no problem.
No toaster strudel shit. All right.
Start this shit. Keep your motherfucking name out his mouth, man. Yeah.
That's my bro. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I love for the.
But shout out to everybody, man. Listen, we're gonna go over to the Maz channel. Maz got a show called. What is it called again?
Mr. Parker is a dumbass.
Parker's a dumbass.
Yeah, I know Mr. Parker, man. Shout out to Parker, man. They're gonna be getting nothing but jokes. Man.
That's my shout out to Mr. Parker. Yo, that dude wants to go on a podcast and have a fucking debate of Marvel Cinematic Universe versus DC. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna debate? This is like Yankees versus Mets.
Parker becoming some crazy shit.
We've established that Parker is a dumbass. We've established this by the fact that he comes on this goddamn show every week.
When I saw Justice League, I'm like, this is the worst shit ever. He's like, nah, man, nah. He started bringing up the Dark Knight. I'm like, what the fuck is we talking about? I'm talking about the DC universe, man.
Hey, yo.
And he goes, I challenge you to a debate. I'm like, the fuck?
He does that shit. Oh my God, he does that shit every
Yankees versus Mets? Like, who's the better New York baseball team?
He does that shit to us every damn day. He's like, Xbox every time he says anything, he's like, start up a podcast.
We debating. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna debate?
Hey, man, drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, I'm about to drop right now.
Yeah. Oh, man, that man, fucking Mr. Parker, man. That dude is funny, man.
I'm telling you, Parker, my bro, but that motherfucker be stupid as shit.
Oh, man.
I'm like, Parker, what the fuck you talking about? See,
the problem with Microsoft is
Yo, we got the craziest characters on YouTube, bro. Yo, I love this shit. That dude's funny. Yo, my man was serious. Start up a podcast now. I'm debating. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna debate?
I'm telling you, he does that shit to us literally every damn day. Every day, Parker be like, start up a podcast. He'd be like, Parker, it's cold outside. No, it's warm. Start up a podcast. What the fuck are you talking?
That's better game. That's better game.
Parker, calm your ass down.
So where's D to destroy? I don't know where D at, man. D somewhere about to knock Mass the fuck out. You drop the link in the chat, Mass?
My man, fucking D.
I'm talking right now.
Yeah.
Yo, man, fucking D had to change his avatar because they were calling him out. Yo, I was dying, bro. Look, yo, dude, that's the first thing to point out. They're like, my man claiming PC is his first primary platform with an avatar with Xbox behind him. Yo, 2 days later, he got a new one.
All of a sudden, it's black background. Black background.
Yo, I was dying. I'm like, yo, fucking D. Yeah. Oh shit, bro. They got this dude.
Yeah,
bro.
but that's the link right there.
My man, yo, I heard DRM's fucking little cheap shot. Yeah, $20. All that stocks. We can't pay $20. I was dying. Yeah. Yo, he kept quiet. He didn't say nothing.
Hey man, y'all done ran. Listen, I'm trying to keep all the characters and multi. Y'all done ran mega ass about there.
Look, I ain't shit. Okay, I know I ain't shit. Yeah. I respect my ain't shitness.
Yeah.
But he did it to himself.
Hey, yo, my man. Hey, yo. Wait, hold up. Let me get him up. Hey, yo, hold up. My man D say, see, what, motherfucker, you have NVIDIA. I have AMD, bro. A fucking clean install, man. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm listening to this shit like, bro, did you say you got to uninstall your whole fucking operating system? Like, what?
Cleans up his BIOS. He does a fresh install of Windows.
This man, like, I reassemble my computer every time.
Yo, that motherfucker says you need to update antivirus. Up, new load of Windows. Oh, my man, reloading Windows every time.
Hey, yo, if you didn't see the show, I'm just dropping the link in there right now. That was a very entertaining multiplayer podcast. We had Kids Boo, Randall Thor drop by, and we about to get the hell up out of here, man. Listen, we're gonna be on Mass channel. Mass, drop the link one more time, please. Thank you,
Sir.
Mr. Park. This is every Friday. You do the show every Friday at what time?
Yep, every Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And Parker shows up every goddamn time.
I'm sorry, my bad. I'm cutting into your time. Let me get the fuck up out of here. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the show tonight, hit the like button. I appreciate it, man. We out here. Bacon. Don't shut the fuck up. Parker's a dumbass.